Now, there's some bad news for those of you watching from the north of England, as research reveals that people living there are 20% more likely to die prematurely than those in the south. The study looked at 5 decades of death records to reveal a tale of two Englands, with the north and south divided by resources and life expectancy. Let's just take a closer look at the numbers. They're pretty alarming. The study led by the University of Manchester found there were 1.2 million more premature deaths in the north from 1965 to 2015. And nearly 15,000 more premature deaths in 2015 alone. There were a third more deaths in the north among 25 to 34-year-olds in 2015. And it's even bleaker for 35 to 44-year-olds. There were nearly 50% more deaths in the north than the south in that year. Well, let's get more on this now with Sky's Rebecca Williams, who's in Bath. Well, there we go. North-south divide straight away, Rebecca. I say Bath, you most likely will say Bath. How are these figures being received there?
Yeah, definitely Bath for people who live here, that's for sure. And where better to illustrate this story than this very well-known city in the south of England. And as you mentioned, Neil, over the last 50 years, there have been 1 million extra deaths for those living in the north for people who've died earlier. And apparently, you are 20% more likely to die before the age of 75 if you live up north. So pretty shocking findings. And this is a report that's been compiled by the University of Manchester, and the people who have authored this report saying that it really does show the stark divide between the north and the south. They are describing it as a tale of two Englands, if you like. Now, I have to say here in Bath, the majority of people are either people visiting this city or, of course, from the south themselves. But I've managed to find a couple of people from up north. We'll have a chat with you if that's all right.
Sure.
What do you make of this report that you might die early if you're from the north?
Well, I've never really thought of it before, but I think you could be right. Probably down to diet, exercise, lack of.
So does the report say that if we were to move south, we'd live longer?
Who knows? I don't think it goes into that much detail. But coming from up north, do you feel that there is a north-south divide?
Yes.
Oh, certainly.
Yes, there definitely is. But where the line's drawn, I don't know, in the country. But down south, there's a much more affluent way of living than up north.
But you still rather live up north, I presume?
Certainly,
Oh, definitely.
Visit the south, live in the north.
Yes.
That's the way to go.
It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't like to live there.
Pretty decisive. Thanks very much for your views. Thank you. Well, this report divides the north and the south pretty much in the Midlands, as you would imagine. But like I say, the University of Manchester saying that this shows the tale of two Englands, and certainly people I've spoken to here in Bath from the north are pretty shocked by these findings, but they do feel that there is still a divisive north-south divide.
Bath. It's Bath. It's always going to be Bath, Rebecca. Many thanks for now. Sort that out for next time.
It's not.
Damn.